See, anybody talking to you about the subject that I'm going to dip into about, pot being legal in Washington, and they're eating this and yogurt. They're eating this and yogurt. You probably know how they're going to talk about it. It gives you an idea about pot being legal in Washington. So anyways, years ago, I knew that pot was going to be legal here. There was no doubt in my mind. It was just a matter of time, and everything. And it's inevitable. I mean, if you're going to live in Washington, look at the gray sky. Look at the lack of sunlight. The rain all the time. To cope with this, if you're going to stay here, you have to be on some type of medication. You have to. You can't cope with this constant overcast and rain all the time and freaking live here. So it's inevitable you're going to wind up smoking pot. It's just a matter of time. It might be a year, 2 years, 4 years, but eventually you're going to light up a big green bud and start smoking it, and you're going to feel better about living in the rain all the time and the crappy weather. After you light up that bud, cough or choke on it a little bit, or you smell those stinky green buds in the bag and smell like Christmas tree, or all your plants growing in the basement that you have with your medical marijuana card, you realize that you made the right decision, because that helped you to cope with living in Washington in the suck-ass rain, overcast all the frickin' time. That's how you dealt with it. And it's understandable. And that's why it's legal, and for a good reason it's legal. Okay, so you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to smoke pot. You're going to be on something. You're here for a couple of years. You're going to be probably taking pharmaceuticals prescribed to you from a psychiatrist. It's just a matter of time. So it's your call. See a shrink, smoke pot, exercise, whatever you got to do to cope with this crappy weather. The rain. The freaking cold ass rain. I mean, yeah, sure, you get maybe a couple months of summer here and there. But the rest of the year is going to suck. It's going to suck, and you know that. So that's basically why it's inevitable, and I knew it was going to become legal, and now it is. And I fully understand that. And if you don't want to do that, you can see a shrink. Another alternative is you can drink a lot of coffee and everything. What I did was, because I had one job where they piss tested me, so I couldn't smoke pot, so I had to give up the pot for the job. But I drank a lot of frickin' coffee, and I exercised a lot. And then I tried to just get out of here for 2, 3, 4 months a year. I would actually leave Washington just to cope with living in Washington. I would have to leave. Shut up, duck. Yeah, so it's inevitable. It's inevitable that you're going to be smoking the stinky green, and that's why it's legal here, and understandably so. Understandably, because no matter what, you are going to be on one form of medication or another after 2 years. Mark my words.